Hi, I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from Kajukenbo Live, coming from South Lake Tahoe, California. Today's on our agenda today is the question was asked to me how the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association got started. So I thought I'd take this chance and this opportunity to explain it. Well, the first KAA started in probably in the 60s, probably. With Senior Grandmaster Vargas and Sifu Aldecascos. And I know they ran it for a long time. And then when Al and those guys gave it up, Senior Grandmaster Vargas took it over and ran it for years and years and years. And to this day, he's actually the original owner. He has all the paperwork, and he's actually the legal owner of the KA. But then when he stopped, Gaylord kind of kept it going, and we formed the board for the KAA through the members of the KAA that's under Grandmaster Gaylord, including myself. And they used to have like a black belt meeting once a month for the Tista class, and after that we had a meeting for the association. And we did that for like 30-something years. And to be honest with you, nothing was ever accomplished. It was all what we're going to do and not do nothing. And I just got tired of it. Great Grandmaster Gaylord would have me have certain things to be brought up to be done. And of course, it had to come from me. I'd bring them up. They'd just squash it. It was a lot of political stuff, a lot of game playing. And after 37 years of doing that, I just kind of backed off and took a kind of more or less of a leave of absence from the KAA and everybody, and just did my own thing. And then when Great Grandmaster Gaylord, before he passed away, he was in Portugal, and he was talking to Grandmaster Bruno. And he said to him, well, because I'm not talking to Tony Jimenez right now, but I love him. He's been with me for over 40 years. Anything happens to me, I want him to take over the KAA. Now that doesn't mean I'm the head of the whole association. I mean the whole KAA. That would be like probably Jim Juarez would be the head because he's the highest ranking. But he wanted me to take over the KAA part, the business part, to run the KAA. And I didn't hear about this for about, I say 2 years after he passed. Then when Bruno told me, it was kind of touching. And I thought about it, and I said, well, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. I called up Grandmaster Esteller, and he said, hey, Tony, he goes, go ahead and take it. Nobody's doing anything with it. It's just sitting there. Bruno's done nothing. He goes, it's just become a joke because nobody wants to be involved in it. So I said, okay. But I knew the politic thing would still be there. So deep down inside, I just rather have done what I did, started the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association. But out of respect for everybody, I decided to talk to the Gaylord girls. And Charlene Gaylord said, Tony, put your application in because we're going to vote for a new president. And, this and that. I said, okay. So I put down what had to be done and what I needed to be done on there. There were some people that paid the KAA some a large amount of money for certificates and patches. Was never gotten from them. And I said that had to be taken care of. My whole list went down the line. But deep down inside, I already knew what the outcome was going to come. So, of course, when they did the vote, what I hear, they was going to make me president. Then at the last second, they decided to stick Kelly Gaylord in there, which I have nothing against Kelly Gaylord. She's always been nice to me. But in the over 40, almost 50 years that I was under Great Grandmaster Gaylord, I'd never once seen her put a uniform on or work out in a black belt class. So I find it kind of odd that she was able to run an association of martial artists. But anyway, I had already set up the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association. I already had everything set up. So when I got the word that I wasn't going to be the president, I just launched the WWKA for Great Grandmaster Gaylord. It has nothing to do for me. I get nothing out of it. It's all for him. And within 1 year's time, we passed the OKA with members. And when I talk about members, I'm not just talking about people in the United States that, got students, I got, 20 students, I got 100 students. I'm talking about 15 to 20 countries all over the world wears Great Grandmaster Gaylord's patch over their heart. And that's a good accomplishment from 37 years of doing nothing to within a year's time, we have that many countries under us. And that's not even counting the United States. And what the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association stands for is, I always have this motto, we give, we don't take. And that's exactly what we do. I don't know how many people that we've helped out there so far. The poor children from Nepal, with the donations from a lot of you people out there that helped out. The children from Mexico, there was 50 children in a church that couldn't be fed. And we sent the money to have them fed. And those are the kind of things that I like to do. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help everybody. Now, for example, I just don't take Kajukenbo people. I take any kind of martial artist that comes in. But that does not mean they get promoted from us. We might recognize their rank, but the only people that will get rank from us is the Kajukenbo people that have a lineage in Kajukenbo and come to us. And then we'll work with them and see what we can do to help them out. We've had several people from different countries, 8th, 9th, and sometimes 10th degree. And again, there's no 10th degree in Kajukenbo after CGO made his announcement. So when that comes, I just tell them flat out, I can't recognize you as a 10th degree, even though you're not in our style, you're in your own style. I just can't put that on there. Now, a lot of different countries and stuff, I send them videos all the time, the WW does, teaching them the pinyans, the katas, the punching attacks, the grab arts. And I get videos every day from them showing me what they've learned. So it's kind of like a whole big ball of wax that a lot of people don't understand what we do. So sometimes we're kind of quiet on the web and stuff, and that's not because we're ignoring anybody. It's because we got so many people that are under us that I've got to kind of work with each one of them separately, and it takes a lot of time consuming up. But again, this is all for Great Grandmaster Gaylord. Now, in our Kajukenbo system, like I said earlier, CGO said there's no 10th degrees. So when you got Kajukenbo people promoting themselves to 10th degree, it's kind of a shame because they know better and they do it anyway. But they'll have to deal with that and just live with that, knowing that that's not supposed to be done. But again, that's what we're here for. We're here to help people. And if you go to our website, www.kaa.com, you'll see all the information on there to be members and stuff. And there's a lot of members that are poor. And I still don't charge them to be a member. Some people pay their membership, but the people that can't afford it, I don't charge them the membership. I let them come in. And our promotions, we never once charge anybody for our promotions. Everything's done because you earn it. You don't pay for it. Even the belts. And the belts aren't cheap. They're really nice belts. We pay for them. And give them to the students. Now there's a few students out there. In fact, I just promoted Sigon Ride and Sifu Franzi in Lake Tahoe a couple weeks ago. And they bought their own belts. And in fact, Sigon Lonnie Wright bought me a custom belt. A black belt with all the stuff on there as a gift to me, which I was very honored. But, and realistically, we don't charge nobody for nothing because they earn it, they don't pay for it. And like we have, we'll be going to Puerto Rico in August. We're supposed to go to Nepal. We have a list of all these different countries we were supposed to go to. And because of the virus, we had to kind of stop that. So we couldn't go. For example, our podcast that we put out probably once or twice a week, I try to hit different WWKA members. Or next one, I'm trying to get Russia. I got Iran that's under us, but the problem is a lot of these guys don't speak English, so they have to Google Translate or they have to get an interpreter. So it's kind of hard to get them on there. But it's kind of exciting to have somebody from Russia or Iran wearing Great Grandmaster Gaylord's patch. So, if anybody wants to be part of the association, we'd be glad to have you. Right now, we're probably one of the top Kajukenbo associations in the world right now. And there's several associations out there that are good too. Just not us. Everybody has their good point, and everybody has their bad point. But I just try to keep my motto going: we give, we don't take. And for that, if anybody wants to be part of us, you just go to www.kaa.com. You have all the information on there. If you want to be part of our podcast videos and want to be on one of our interviews, just send me an email. It's www.kaa@aol.com, and I'll be glad to put you on there. And again, we're doing this for Great Grandmaster Gaylord, and we've been successful so far. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from South Lake Tahoe, California, from Kajukenbo Live. I appreciate it.